Marvel, in its ever continuing drive to alienate, piss off, and lose what few fans they have left, have this time around targeted one of their most popular and brutal anti heroes by having his iconic logo changed. A new Punisher series in March 2022 will see Frank Castle no longer wearing his trademark skull logo that has become synonymous with the character. The Punisher will be sporting a different demon type skull logo. So why is Marvel changing the logo, you may ask? Not to evolve the character, but because of more left-wing, right-wing bullshit that continues to worm its way into comics. With increasing criticism of the use of the Punisher skull logo by police, army, militia, white supremacist groups, and even Trump Punisher pins have become popular, also during the January 6th insurrection last year at the Capitol building in Washington, D.C., many Punisher skull insignias were seen. This also followed Black Lives Matter protests and a focus on real and fictional police behavior, including the use of Punisher imagery by the police. Due to this, there has been increasing calls for Marvel and Disney to cancel the Punisher character altogether. Now, to be clear, when things like this start to happen, I have a serious problem with it. For decades, Punisher's logo has been used and seen all over. Even I had a Punisher t-shirt once. It's one of the most easily recognizable logos ever. Yet, all of a sudden, everything becomes a problem in this age of social media, fueled by people who have never read a comic book in their lives. But somehow, because they have a couple hundred followers on Twitter and like to make unnecessary noise, they know best. A lot of fans do not like the new logo, with even some saying it looks like some sort of demon-shaped vagina. Personally, I'm not a fan of the new logo, and the fact that Frank Castle seems to have ditched his guns and is now wielding swords because he's a member of the Han, which is a ninja organization, is a double slap to the faces of fans in my view. But the problem is that no one reads Marvel comics anymore. So the publishers just do whatever the hell they want with the characters, which usually ends up messing them up. The world of comics must always be separate from what happens in our world. Yes, there can be influences here and there, but the minute you start having activism, protests, and what military groups and others where change an icon, you're digging a pit you can't crawl out of. I mean, Frank Castle is a Marine and a Vietnam vet. He can wear that skull logo. Hell, he made that logo what it is. But now, because Marvel wants their PG-13 universe pushed into everything, we get this. I mean, you know you'll never see the Punisher in the MCU unless they castrate the violence right out of him and make him more break bones than blow off heads Punisher. So what exactly is the problem that Marvel is trying to resolve? So some people wore the logo, some in the protective services, some while doing something stupid, some while being stupid. People wear wrestling jerseys while doing dumb shit all the time, so should they shut that down too? Punishing the Punisher over this left-wing, right-wing garbage is ridiculous. And it's decisions like these that make people think the comic book industry is mentally ill. I mean, when Punisher first came out, it was a time in the United States when you could get, in New York City to be exact, you could get mugged going to work. They even made mention of that. I think I saw a documentary once, one of the creators of it was saying that he actually got mugged, I think once or twice going to work, and they made Punisher to be somebody who fights back against crime, corruption, to go to places the police don't want to go to. But no, all of a sudden, because people are putting on this logo and doing some things, oh no, everybody's suddenly going to act like the Punisher and go and shoot people and do this. Jesus Christ, come on, man, nobody's going to do that. Yeah, there may be one or two idiots out there, but be serious. You don't understand these characters. You don't give a damn about what they stand for, and you just want to change it because a couple dopes say something, and you could care less what the fans really think. I mean, they could launch this new Punisher, but it will fail because these changes are not about evolving the character, it's about giving into social and political bullshit, and that is exactly what the Punisher has always been against. I mean, the whole reason the man is popular is because he pushes the envelope and goes where people don't want to. That is why he's called the Punisher. The skull logo is iconic. It lets people know, okay, this is not somebody you ever want to mess with. Now, I mean, if you wanted to make a evolution to the logo, okay, fine, you could have said something, you could have done something, but when you're changing it based entirely off of what some people are saying and some, as I said before, left-wing nonsense, politicizing things like this, it's killing the essence of what makes this character good. You don't even give a shit that you're doing it. In the end, this is what we get because Marvel, rest of the Marvel, DC, just don't care anymore. They're listening to everybody except the fans. They do this nonsense, and anytime you have a problem with it, they have to label you as something else. It's going to fail. It's going to fail. It's going to be ridiculous. Nobody's going to buy it. People barely even buy it. They haven't made a Punisher comic in about almost 2 years. It was set to do something. They started off one. They stopped it because of pandemic, and that's what they say. But they really just wanted to PG-13 the crap out of it, and now like they're getting a chance, so they're going to do it. This is just ridiculous. It's just punishing the Punisher. Once again, if you like my video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comments what you think about what they're doing with the Punisher's logo. If you think they're going to stop there, if they're going to change the character more, if they're going to do anything else otherwise, how this is going to happen. Personally, I think it's going to fail. Let me know what you think, and we'll touch back again in the next video. Later.